Ledley, thanks for speaking to us. First of all, tell us your thoughts on the kit. We've just speaking to Jess, and we talking about the home kit being lovely, the away kit being vibrant and exciting. Just tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, I think that the home kit looks classical. It's very clean, and the away one is very vibrant. Feels very trendy. As Tottenham is as an area, so it's something that the fans can get behind. And just being here today, I can see that the young kids, they really like it. They really like this one a lot today. So no, it's really great.
I see you took part in the production for the kit launch.
Yeah.
Just tell us how that went. How much you enjoyed taking part of it, like being able to embrace Tottenham's part in the community.
Yeah, I think that was the nice thing about it. That is bringing people from the community together to let them know how important they are to the football club as well. And it was just a really, really nice, fun day. And for me to come here today and to see Eddie here is fantastic. He's become an overnight sensation, and it's fantastic for people to kind of know about the history of Spurs and their fans and just the community. So really good.
Obviously, you're the captain, Tottenham. You're a legend here. How honoured are you that Tottenham do so much work in the community to empower everyone?
Yeah, no, listen, I grew up in London myself, East London. I would have loved to have the opportunity to do some of the things that the kids do now. A lot of kids are in trouble through not having opportunity, being bored. So the club do a fantastic job in putting on activations and giving back to the young people. But it's clear the message is really important, that they can achieve anything with hard work. And that's something that I think we do really well as a club. When players come out into the community, it's important for young people to see them, speak to them, touch them, and know that they're real people. And they started off just like you guys, small kids with a dream. And I think that's an important message, that young people have to believe in themselves, and they can get wherever they want to get with hard work.
And obviously Tottenham, you have done a pretty good job in the transfer window so far. Andy Robertson, Marcus Senesi, Jan-Paul van Hecke, good defensive options. As a former defender yourself, what do you think of the recruitment so far?
Yeah, I think they're all. I think the great thing is they're all Premier League proven, so they understand each and every game, each and every stadium that they'll be going into. I think that makes a difference, and they're players of great quality. Andy Robertson's had a tremendous career at Liverpool, winning everything. His experience will be invaluable. And then the two centre-halves are very good ball players centre-halves, and I think that's what every, all the top teams are looking for. Players that can start attacks from the back and make a difference there, and both of them have that.
And obviously, Tottenham already have a young defender in Lukas Vukovic, played against England a couple of days ago. What do you think of him? He had a very impressive season over in Germany.
Yeah, he did. I heard it. I didn't get a chance to see too many of the games, but saw the reports, and people were raving about him. So yeah, he's an exciting young player. He looks very confident. Sounds silly for me to say that. What I look for in a player, but he looks to have that little bit of, I don't want to call it arrogance, but that confidence in himself, and that tells me that he's a top player.
Do you think he'll be a key player for Roberto De Zerbi next season? Do you think he'll come straight in the side?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the situation is at the moment, but obviously every player has an opportunity in pre-season to impress, and we'll see from there on who gets picked.
Obviously, he played against England, who had a winning start at the World Cup. Obviously, England have Ezri Konsa, Mark Gahey, John Stones. Who would you want Thomas Tuchel to play in the starting defence from going forward? Do you think he's got the defence right?
I was surprised Gahey wasn't in the starting lineup, but that's just from the outside looking in. Of course, I think Konsa's had a great season at Villa. I think if anything, I was probably surprised that Stones was ahead of Gahey, and that's nothing to do with ability, but it's more to do with the games that Stones, or the lack of games that Stones has had this season. But the manager obviously believes in him. I think he has good kind of leadership skills, good calmness around the team, and yeah, you have to trust the manager in his selection. We've won the first game, and the goals we conceded, they were good goals from the opposition, and sometimes that's going to happen. So yeah, you have to trust the manager, and as so far so good.
And obviously, former Tottenham player, England captain Harry Kane, 2 goals against Croatia. He's in the form of his life.
Yeah.
Is he in Ballon d'Or contention? Can he take England to that second star?
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, we have the talent within the group. I think that they've built up a mentality that they believe over the last previous tournaments, coming so close. But now they have a manager as well that has won things, and you can see that they believe in him. So all the ingredients are there, and it's going to come down to the squad, as a whole. It's not the 11 that start the game. It's going to be every single game is going to come down to potentially the substitutes coming off the bench and having an impact, and that's the way we're going to win the World Cup.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ledley. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.